Hello. So this is the first official YouTube video I think that I'm gonna do. Well, first kind of chatty one anyway. People keep telling me that I need to, you need to join YouTube, and I'm like, awkward. Already have a YouTube channel, but I never use it. So I am making a commitment now to start using it, and I think what I'm going to do is anything that I write about in my blogs and things, I'm going to do a video version, a more chatty version, because no one likes reading these days, but I still like writing, so that's why I want to try and do both as well. So I wanted to talk about the blog post that I did yesterday. I feel so very proper. It's the only way that, and I have the phone leaning against a window, so I'm not one of these, tripod setup and stuff. Camera was dead, don't have a tripod. Anyway, if you're watching this, I'm sorry. No, but if you read any of my blogs, or if you're subscribed to my newsletter from my website, you will have seen the post that I put out yesterday about waking up anxious or feeling overwhelmed. And it's not really a regular health and fitness one that I would usually write, but it's still health related, so it's something that I wanted to put out there as well. So what I kind of spoke about was waking up and checking your phone or checking your emails, text messages, things like that, social media, whatever else. For me, it was more so checking emails and messages, but for a lot of people it will be, going on social media as well. And why it was making me just so anxious and overwhelmed. I just would wake up, and by the time I got up and started getting ready for work and rushing to get breakfast and whatever else, I was like in a tizzy before I left the house. And I think it's something that a lot of people do that they don't realise they're doing. For me, because I'm a personal trainer, I do one-to-one work, group training, I have a full-time job, I do online work and whatever else. I try to run my blog as well. So I constantly have other people in my mind, so people that I'm helping, whether it be my online clients or my personal training clients, or whoever it is. So I was waking up after maybe going to sleep late because I was checking messages, or waking up and checking messages and emails, and that's the first thing that I was getting into my head before I barely opened my eyes was, should I be doing this, or can I be doing this, or what's wrong, why is this not working, blah blah blah. Problems that other people had that they needed my help for, and that's my job, so that's what I love doing. But at the same time, I was exposing myself to it first thing in the morning before I had time to just think about anything. I was thinking about everything else that I had to do that day, so whether it be, times for clients' appointments, update times for clients online, my own work, everything. I used to panic about forgetting appointments, forgetting to collect clothes from dry cleaners. The most random of things, like going to the shop to pick up something that I've been meaning to pick up, and I'd have to write it down because I keep forgetting that, that's something that I had to do. So anyway, going back to waking up, what I kind of went through yesterday was how I had to change something, because I found that I was just burning the candle at both ends. I was trying to do everything. I was panicking. I found myself just bursting into tears at random times throughout the day. That's not even a joke. And for anyone that knows me, will think that is random, but that's what was happening. I did not know what was going on. I realised that I had to change something, so I did. And what I changed was I realised I had to kind of take a step back. I took on too much. Client-wise and things like that. I took a little bit of control back. But what I also started doing on a daily basis, I realised that, my day-to-day, I was just in a crazy mood all the time. I had to start gaining control from the morning, so I refused to check emails, refused to check messages first thing in the morning, because all that was doing was shoving down other people's problems down my throat, before I even thought about my own or thought about my day that day. So I stopped checking emails, stopped checking messages, and what I would do in the morning is set my alarm a little bit earlier, half an hour earlier, get up, go get a coffee, go back to bed, get a book, set my timer for 20 minutes, and get 20 minutes of reading on whatever book I was reading. which to me was brilliant because I had been putting off reading so many books that I loved, or I may have started, and because I was too busy saying I didn't have time or whatever else. So I was getting in all these extra books, as well as just switching off for that 20 minutes in the morning. I can't tell you how much it helps. You are starting the day with a much more relaxed approach. You aren't thinking about other people, you're not thinking about even your own problems or whatever you have going on that day. It is just like a time out for that time. And I really do find that getting up early is massive for people that are really stressed or highly strung, which I was for a while. Our cortisol, which is our stress hormone, is highest in the morning. So that, coupled with everything else, really was a recipe for disaster. So I started doing that, getting my 20 minutes in. Some days I would do 20 minutes of yoga as well, more so because I'm just ridiculously inflexible, I suppose, if that's a word. And that also really helps. So because obviously yoga can be very relaxing as well, it's something that you could think about doing. So reading and 20 minutes yoga and a completely different person. So if you are someone that wakes up and is just stressed before you even start the day, thinking about everything, then you need to change something. And I would suggest changing something in your morning routine. So like not checking your phone, getting yourself up maybe 10 minutes earlier, maybe making a breakfast if you don't usually have one, taking a little bit extra time to get ready so that you're not rushing out the door. So that's what helped me. Aside from that, I also got a journal. So I'm very old school. I have to have everything written down in a journal rather than like, you know, the techie people say, oh, you should use this app or this, whatever, you know, it has all your appointments and whatever else. Nope, everything's written down in my book. If I have to remember something, I can go back on my book. But I found a really good one that I was looking for and couldn't get the right one that had everything that I wanted. Eventually found one called Inspire Now Journal. I think it's based in the UK because it was only on amazon.co.uk. Got it delivered, about 25 quid, and it is fab. It has everything in it. So you have your regular week, you have goals to set out at the start of the week, then you have a review of your week at the end. This might sound really anal to some people, but this is like, I needed that little bit of organization, or you know, organization, I suppose, in my life. So some people be like, you can't plan out the rest of your life, you can't have everything planned. It's not that I have everything planned, but the things that I need to have down to remember to keep me sane is in that book. Each day then it has separated out, so it gives you a little quote every day, gives you your tasks broken down into what you have to get done first. So like, you know, if you wake up and you're like, shit, I have to do XYZ, you've it written down, get this done first, this is what the rest you have to do today. You know, what you're going to do physically, what you're going to do personal development, so like whether that's reading up on something that you're interested in, and what training you're going to do, and then what something that you're thankful for or grateful for that day, one thing. That's something I'm a massive believer in as well. If you don't kind of reflect at the end of your day about what you're thankful for, it doesn't have to be that, you know, you have a fancy car or you have a great house or whatever. It can be that, you know, you spoke on the phone to your parents, or you spoke on the phone to your friends that you hadn't spoken to in a while. Something as simple as that. Then you plan your goals for the next day, obviously, and then that's off your mind before you go to bed. So that, coupled with getting up early and just having a little bit of time before I started my day, has helped massively with just my own feeling of being overwhelmed and just a little bit anxious before I started the day. I wouldn't say I have anxiety or anything like that, because I think that word's thrown around a lot now. I don't know what anxiety is because I've never had it, or at least I don't know if I've had it, but I definitely felt overwhelmed is the only way that I can describe it. And obviously if you're bursting into tears at random times throughout the day, you know that there's something wrong. But anyway, that's what I did to fix it, and it's worked massively. And if you are someone that can relate to that, I would really suggest that you have a little look at how your day is. You know, you might have a really stressful job, you might have a family to look after, trying to couple that with trying to be healthy and fit. You know, it can be really stressful now. And I put in that blog post yesterday as well, you know, that we're all trying to be successful, to try and show that you're grinding, but at the same time you're having fun, you know, you're saving, but you're having a lavish lifestyle. Basically, we don't have a fucking clue what we're supposed to be doing. But just keep doing what you're doing, and if you are feeling a little bit overwhelmed, definitely take a little step back and see what it is that you can change to, you know, make your day a little bit easier and more in control of your own day. So I think that's all I spoke about yesterday. So this isn't usually ones that I would talk about, but it's something that was relevant to me recently, and a lot of people got in contact with me, you know, through my social media and stuff, saying that they could relate to it. So I thought I may as well put this as my first YouTube video. So thank you for watching, and if you think that this can help anyone else, please send them to this video, and you can leave a comment if you wish, or get in contact with me through social media. Subscribe to the channel, obviously. Do I have to do all this thing? I don't know. And you can subscribe to my newsletter that I send out weekly on caloriesandcarbs.net. Thank you.